Hello everyone, welcome back. So I finally figured out how to stream this game. It was being problematic. Oh, hold on. There we go. Looks like we're all good there. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. This is a bonus stream and it was last minute, so I apologize for that. Let me know how the volume is. I will ask my wife. It's been a while since I played this, so I apologize if I hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong buttons. Alright, let's see. So that's the hammer. Swords, bow, and then we have... Okay, so, I didn't look up a guide, but I looked up what to do next because I was getting frustrated. So apparently you're supposed to use that power to explore the palace. We're gonna try that out. Okay. That was someone attacking me. Let me do one thing. Stream elements. Where are you? I have time for your nonsense. Oops, one more message. What about my voice? Sorry, I'm doing a volume check. What's quiet, me or the game? So why'd you say it was quiet if it's good? Hold on. What's the volume on your computer? What about now? What's that sound like for you? I turned up game volume and mic volume. Better? Should I turn up more or not? If I turn up more, on my mic's end it says I'm gonna peak. Much better? So leave it how it is then? Okay. You know, you could have just come in Twitch chat and said that too. Okay, let me get my bearings again. You're supposed to use green wrapping. Really, you come in here just to donate that? Crying. It's gonna be a bit difficult. Oh. I did something. Somewhere different or somewhere we've already been? Some notes here calculating the pay for the palace guards. Last time in the column is written in red. Okay, we did that. What about you? I'm gonna move you. Honestly, I don't remember where we've been in here, but I don't think this was one of the places. You could hear yourself cough. I didn't hear you cough. Are you still coughing? Okay. I think this is a new area, I'm guessing then. Our Twitch global emote's not broken any longer. They were broken. They'll just said random stuff on them. Well, specifically the smiley face emotes were broken, so like, the regular smiley face was just posting a bunch of random letters when you would try to use it. Oh, looks like it's working. I don't think the axe is gonna make a difference, no. Spring, okay, it's fine. Yes, it's all fine. Problem is remembering what I was doing. Ah! I saw myself. Did I de-equip my sword? Okay. I did de-equip it. Why? I didn't mean to. Hello? Okay, there's like what? Maybe this will lead somewhere. I'm not going anywhere in the bath. Oh. Nothing of importance down there either, really, I suppose. So we got a bunch of bats. We got all these eyeballs. The guide I was took a peek at said, oh, what about these spiders? Does it say anything? Oh. Try looking at areas where you can wrap around the screen. That just went down there again. So we did find that area. Those don't look to be moving. What are these damn lizards? Oh, this looks like a new area. Question is, how do I get down there? Okay, so I think I'm starting to figure out how to navigate these areas. Maybe. And now we gotta get back up there. And then... Okay, you can't walk on that area. Aha. Can we get past this? No, there's a couch in the way. That's what I wanted. I think I see. We're figuring it out. Okay, that just takes you away no matter how you step on it. It's an interesting mechanic, but it's a little bit strange. How come she can jump up there? Oh, I can't. Okay, let's get rid of this dude. Just because I'm tired of looking at him. So that looks like an arrow. I know we can get down there. Okay. Oh. We got a spider. And we got more blue panels. Did you say anything? Can we move them? Ice. Queen Josephine got stuck in a mining machine. Oof. King George died when he over-engorged. King Les, the less he said, the better. Well. Let's see. It's here. That's back that way. Let's... Guess I don't really need the lighter. Let's just go ahead and put the hammer. Okay, so that's not going to be blocked off anymore, is it? No. Now what did they say? Crypt to be kept locked at all times. Was this one locked off before? The blue key. Okay. He's in there. Is that warp gonna take me back there, or am I gonna be able to go right there? Okay, now that took me back there. I don't know if you can walk over the blue warps at all. We'll figure it out eventually. And that's back out the exit. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to see if I could walk on the... Okay, that's... Let's just ignore these for now. This is back where we want to go. Yep. Really? That thing's back? So I was gonna try to... Okay, now we'll get rid of these skeletons again, just so we don't have to deal with them on the way back. Dude. Get out of here. Jeez. We'll get rid of the lizards. The whiz robes, essentially. Okay. Out of here. Okay. So now we're back here. Okay. Now let's see. What can I... Oh. And this led out front, correct? Yes, okay, so that's gone again. And we'll continue on this way this time. Rip Queen Rhyme eaten by a slime. Realized the body of Princess Peach. She sure was lovely. Wow. Good one. Now this one can be moved. Oh. One had a skelly in it. Okay. Let's see what else. Twin monarchs Edgar and Alan, as devoted to the protection of all life as they were to each other. There's a person, dead body. Now we'll find out. Can you hop down here? Is that gonna take us nowhere? What about this one? Okay, just wanted to double check there. That's Lance. None of this was supposed to happen. This wasn't supposed to happen. Can I do anything with him? No, we just go straight through him. Blue panels, definitely not where I want to go. Nope, don't go over there yet. Oh. Damn it. I didn't need to do that. Regardless. Go back around, try again. we just go... Did I go this way? I did not go this way. Ugh. Ugh, indeed. That one also seems to have arrows of some sorts pointing down at it. Oop, well, that got us somewhere, maybe? What's this? Is that just a chair? But can't do that. That's back there. That leads back to the crab and the couch. Well, not really sure. I see what they're trying to get across, but I don't see areas that I can go into. Let me pull up a guide just so I'm not wondering forever. I'll take a look at it. It looks like you're locked into an ending. Okay. Now we've got, let's get back to the prince, and we're gonna start from there, according to this guide. Okay. Okay, we found Prince Daniel. So he's got one screen right, and this is where the puzzle starts. Let's get rid of the skeleton first, so we don't have to deal with him when I'm reading. In the open cell, use the glasses as you walk on the right side of the screen. Do this twice and you'll get to the cell with the blue key. What? Oh, okay. the blue key, then reverse, and leave the dungeon the same way you came in. Use the stairs in front of the prince. Best way to get to this area to start is to use the glasses and hit one of the blue teleporting squares. You can do this in the dungeon instead of leaping by the stairs or screen run those. Either way. Okay, I know how to get there. Squall spare over the ladder. Head through the southern exit. Maybe blow it up. Oh. Didn't notice I was there. Transition south, ignore the room. Our goal is one more screen south. Once you transition, immediately... Okay. Okay, we got the 3 ghost chameleons and transition south again. The middle one, you have to jump the pit to clear the transition. Oh. Hold on. Oh. Ah. Jeez, turn around, self. I'll be dumb. Transition. The middle one you have to jump. Once you do, clear all the enemy skeleton spiders you see. Doing this will lift the blocked exits in the part of the map. I shoot you. No. No. Okay. Now that's gone. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Also, I'll say, how's everyone's weekend? I hope you all had a nice weekend. Whoop. My controller got caught on my headphone and walked me forwards. Alright, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen and get back to where we were. Can I not do that over and over again? Okay. Go back down and we're back here. Transition to south from the north, from the left platform in the small room. What? Oh, that made something fall. Okay. Ugh. This puzzle is very confusing and a bit frustrating. Okay. Let's try that again. Once you do that, transition to the south from the north. Sorry if I'm quiet, I'm just trying to figure this out. I can't walk on those at all. See, but it lets me walk over those. I don't understand. Let's use that. Sorry about that. I was double checking something. Okay, that's not where I wanted to go, but that's where I ended up somehow. And then okay, we have that. This is a new area, I think. Oh. Okay, you're gone. For now, look at the computer. Guess not. Ah. Hold on. Oh. This puzzle is... No. I see what idea they were going for, but I don't think it's executed very well. Or I'm just stupid. Could be either one. Get down there. Yeah, I keep doing that. Might be time to break out the video tutorial because I'm really not understanding what this is wanting me to do. Alright, we're gonna get out that hot video tutorial. Lenna's Inception Palace. This one has no commentary. Perfect. But is it completed? That's the real question. We'll get through this game, I swear. Let's see. Where's is it on this person's profile? I have a lot of walkthroughs. Just gotta find it. I don't want to speed run. Oh, here's the final. Okay, let's see. Watch this guy figure it out. Oh, how'd he get over there? The heck? I saved 1 second ahead and he's way past where I got to. Okay, dude. I'm sure this is enthralling gameplay for everyone. Okay, so we're watching him go down there. He looks about to be as lost as I am. To be honest. Okay, I know where I need to get at least. I need to wait around here. Okay. Well, this isn't really helpful because this guy doesn't know where he's going either. I mean, he figured it out eventually, but where? Okay, now he's where I'm at. Well, apart from my badness at this game, how is everyone doing? Let's see. It looks like he's figuring it out too. This guy's better than I am. I'll give him that. I'm not even insulting him. He's figuring it out better. Just frustrated at my own stupidity. Okay, he's literally standing where I am. So I'm still just watching him. Because the guy with written text is not making very much sense to me. This man is also having trouble. Okay, well, that didn't really help. Don't know. You then south by going north. The middle one, you have to. Okay. Can't get to the spiders. Try to get to that one. Oh. Okay. Go this way. What? Can I jump over those? Well, can't figure out any other way, so we're gonna try again. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. Okay. Go this way again. Ugh, I guess you can't jump over them. Well, damn. We definitely need to get those skeletons out of the way. Or there's more enemies. I can see their shadows, and we can't... Oh, excuse me. Beat it without getting rid of them. Now where am I? Okay, I ended up here somehow. Aha. Now, my issue is how do I get over there? Oh, god damn it. I walked this stupid tile again. Okay, well we did that. Open this guide back up. So I assume we need to go where that, what am I trying to do? Okay, now we're, well... We're back up here. Mess around. Those stupid tiles are so frustrating. How come some of them you can walk over and some of them you can't? Do not understand. Well, this is a new direction. So at the very least, we figured we're somewhere. Okay, those are gone. We've got katanas. And we go... Let's go the other way first before we... Jeez. Let's look down here. Got a skeleton we need to get rid of. This is gonna... Yep, okay. I don't think we need coins at this point. Okay, now this crab. I've just been calling them mud crabs. he is gone. And we're back on the beach. Let's see if these have any hearts real quick. Guess it doesn't matter too much, but... And then this... Just let us back there. Okay. So this is where we're supposed to be right now. Once here, move yourself to align with the rightmost southern platform and go north. On the next screen, clear out the bats as they have barriers. Once done, go where you just entered and use the glasses to go north to reach the south path. Do not leave this map. Instead, use the key to open one or both of the doors. What doors? Okay, well, as you do that, do normal transition to the left side of the room with the Skell Butler. Continue the same until you reach the path of the ladder. What? Oh. Chairman fired me for being bone idle, so let me help you. Let me help you out here. See those doors down there? You need to kill the monsters on the screen from the come open. The shadows left by the spiders. Oh, they're gone. Okay. Now we're here. Hooray. What would that do? Congrats. Go up the stairs. Oh. Okay. Well, we're here now. That was confusing, but we did it. Thank you, guide. Jesus. What are these things? Stop chasing my partner. The heck? Okay. Necromancy for beginners. Someone broke the statue. Power of wealth. Piles of books here about the reign of Edgar and Allan. What do we want? Oh. Let's put the lighter. Then we got the glasses. I think we're about at the final boss. I don't want to fall down those. Panic room. This food is still warm. The chairman must be nearby. It was recommended to save. Yes, let's save, because we're about to hit the final boss. Ah, you've arrived at last. I did everything you asked of me. Now, it's time for my return of investment. I came here to stop you, not reward your sick power trip. What? But I did it all for you. If you really did it all for me, then I want you to go back to your bank and donate everything to charity. No, I already sunk too much capital into sinking this capital city. At least I bleed enough cash to cover my costs. You still have more wealth than everyone else on this island. What would you even do with more? You refusing to pay up? That's a breach of contract. Ugh, that makes me... Arg. Oh god. Capitalist pig. Gammon, mammon. You insolent startup. I will liquidate you. I'm too big to fail. We're fighting capitalism. Okay, that... Whoa. What else do we have? We have the arrows, we have the bombs, we have a gun. can't do that. Not that. I don't think that will do anything, but no effect. Whoa, it's coming at me. Are we supposed to use our shield? Well, if I turn the right way, that would help. Okay. Can I hit it with my sword? Ah. Okay. I get the general idea of what we're supposed to do here now. I hope. Okay, that time it did hit me. Oh no. Ah! Oops. I was too fast. Okay, he's gonna charge at me. And then it's time for the rock. Guess I could shoot an arrow at him and see if that, I'm sure, would damage him. Oops. What am I doing that for? Just getting damaged for no reason. Sir, are you done yet? Okay. Can I jump over them? I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do to block those. Oh hell. Now he's gonna go into his form and healing potion. Let's do that, because suffering. And then put that there. Even the Chairman's rotten heart permanently increases your disdain. One of the fabled 4 powers. With this power, wealth is more easily obtained. Hooray, hooray, hooray. You're here already? You haven't even killed the Archangels yet. Well, no matter. I'll take them out myself. Archangel Delvin, egomaniac. I'm not afraid of you anymore. Ah. Okay. Sorry if I'm quiet. I always usually am during boss battles. Ah. I feel like it can't be that easy. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or... You're getting teleported somewhere? This can only end one way, Lenna. Can it? Okay. Ooh, floating above the land. Woo. Taking lots of damage, but I have a healing potion, which is why. Hold on, my head itches. Ah. Well, oh. Why? I was like, are you kidding me? No. If you don't die, Afton is surely lost. Aiden. Okay, well. Eating Delvin's corrupted heart permanently increases your fortitude. Now what? Did we miss something? Welp. That was an ending. Well, I guess that was Lenna's Inception. Wrong one. Yep. There it was. That would be a little more exciting. I know there's multiple endings, but... was an ending. Well, let's play something else. I thought it'd take longer than that. Let me see what I have from. I have some games downloaded from the bundle. The child bundle that I wanted to play, but let's see what we have. I was gonna do 2064 read-only memories, so let's go ahead and play a little bit of that and see if we can bump it into our schedule. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to adjust the audio and whatnot. This one might work with game capture. Let's see. It's loud. Hold on. Turn that down. And then I'm going to add a game capture. Why is it so big? Okay. That is loud. But it's a jam. Let's... let me see if I can do another volume check. And then read only memories. How's the volume for this new game? Lets me know. Can you hear me? Is the game too loud? Too quiet? Am I too quiet? What about now? How's that sound? Much better. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Maybe a tad lower. What about that? Perfect, okay. Well, we finished Lenna's Inception. The ending was bad. There are multiple endings, but I don't know if I want to go back and get them. Yeah, it sucked.
San Francisco,
Oh.
2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
Ooh, exciting. No, I don't want to skip it. It's just trying to go ahead. Okay, looks like we're in control. Home sweet home. Let's see what we have. Items. Okay, maybe not so sweet. I don't think we can click on those yet. Musty might be a better descriptor. Oh, now I can. ID card. A small plastic ID card with your name, picture, and stats. Alright, look at the stats. Okay. That's fine. Menu. Okay, that's just the menu. That's what I figured, but options, saves, menu, let's continue. Lappy. Can look at him, can boot up, talk. Let's look. Good old Lappy. May not be the most powerful or the fastest or have the best screen, but, well, it works. Lappy is a bit of a relic. You have an article due tonight. Better finish it before bed. So you've got JunkNet. It's new. It's San Francisco, I'm assuming. It's December 20th, 2064. Let's see, we have OK Today, Journalogic, Lips Live, and Inbox. Look at OK Today. OK Today is Neo FSF's most beloved morning show all about news and entertainment. People in Neo, Oklahoma are still confused by the name. This is the show's online newspaper, called the Scanline. OK Today is usually all about feel-good news, but it does focus on serious events at times as well. Let me tweet an update. That I went to a different game. And let me go to Twitter, and then we'll be ready to go. You can enjoy this music in the meantime. Retweet with comment. $20.64. Feed. We looked at it. Let's use it. So we have current events. Story about the human revolution. The human revolution remains vigilant and stay human. Protests in Upper Market, December 19th. The human revolution is on day 10 of their protesting outside various genus clinics around the city, including those in the East Bay and down the peninsula. Genus, the gene splicing treatment facility, has been met with much controversy since the organization reached mainstream exposure over the past few years. Genus employee Mort Crane spoke to OK Today exclusively. According to him, most Genus workers are up in arms, claiming they're being terrorized in their own city. We're here to help people who need gene therapy for their own personal reasons, whatever they are, said Crane. Individual rights have always been of paramount importance to us, he continued, and we believe that our customers have the right to live as they please or require. The human revolution stands behind their claim that Genus is diluting the human experience by providing hybrids with gene splicing treatments. The group feels that the goals stated by Genus, in addition to newer cybernetic technology, are warping humanity into a very scary, dark future. They're playing God in the most senseless of ways. We were born human. Who are we to mess with our genes and start turning everybody into who knows what, said one protester, who asked to remain anonymous. It's ridiculous and scary. It's not human. More information to follow as the story develops late into the holiday 2064 season. June Valmarana, OK Today. Interesting. Let's see, Charlie Nova.
Hey, it's Charlie Nova, host of Star in the Stratosphere, and tonight in the stars. Join Ryan V. Josio and the Hassy Boys for our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special, where I'll interview some of the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show, starting at 10 p.m.
I did not expect it to be that loud. A story about our hometown Neo SF 49ers. The Neo SF 49ers hashtag Quest for 10 is back on. December 19th. Sunday's big game at New Candlestick brings an important question to everybody's mind. Can the 49ers punch their ticket back to the playoffs and bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Neo San Francisco? It would mark the first win since the move to New Candlestick after almost 50-year hiatus from the city. Since returning, they've had disappointing losses to the New York Giants and the Mexico City Luchadors. They brought on a fresh coach, but controversy surrounds their new quarterback, Patricia Lopez, as some vocal sports fans continue to accuse her of having illegal cybernetic enhancements. Certain modifications of implants are banned by the league, but their official reports state the reported investigation into Lopez found no evidence to substantiate these rumors. It's relevant to point out that Lopez is the first woman to ever be quarterback in a major football team. The 49ers look to reclaim their top spot since their last win, with the Super Bowl, whatever number that is, victory over the Tokyo Titans. Sunday's game is a rubber match, and the winner secures a spot in the playoffs between our Neo SF 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. It'll be a close game, to say the least. For all things everything, I'm June Valmarana, OK Today. And then we have a local news article. A story about a broken down froyo stand. Let's see this. Golden Gate Park vandalism on the rise. December 19th. Reports show that local foodie booth JJ's Froyo stand was destroyed last night in what appears to be another case of rogue ROM committing an act of vandalism. The cart was evidently attacked and damaged by a large ROM that had no shell. Witnesses state that the alleged perpetrator has been randomly appearing at night before lumbering back into the nearby trees on the western side of the park. This is the first case of a ROM being reported to live on on its own in the wild, as a stray. Police say that tracking down a potential owner of the ROM is likely impossible. Some speculate that the strange ROM may have been framed by vandals who set their crimes deliberately to make it appear to have been carried out by the ROM, rogue or under orders. OK Today reached out to Parallax for comment, and they assured us that rogue ROMs is purely a myth that tends to pop up conveniently when low-revenue businesses have the urge to file an insurance claim. Parallax did not appreciate the reports of vandalism being attributed to their models. Is this wild ROM the real deal, or could it be a fairy tale created by those looking to make a quick buck? Or perhaps there's something else to be gained. More as the story progresses. Mel Hopkins, OK Today. And then... nope, can't click on that. We're gonna go back real quick. Let me turn down the voiceover volume because this is extremely loud. Okay. And then let's do a quick save just to have one. Hey. I clicked on save. There we go. Save game as Haley. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, let's check out Journal Logic. Journal Logic isn't the fanciest program, but it's the only word editor that still gets updates for a machine as old as yours. Let's do that last since we need to write our paper. This is Lips Live, the premier online video network. This app is like a mesh of all active streams. Let's procrastinate by checking it out. The walls are paper thin. Watching a live feed at this hour would probably cause your neighbors to kill you. Wow. I don't know if there could possibly be anything nearby that might aid you on your quest. Your inbox. A hello? Oh, a hell so terrifying, so specific, so personal, that no other living thing should dare enter. Luckily, you're the only person with a password. But spam. Get cheap crash. Only... ooh. Why 99 creds for 30-day supply? 212 stems. Scam? Wait, did that say spam? Scam. Okay, it was different. Hello there. I'm Princess Emma Thomas. Yes, the Princess Emma, heiress to the digital empire of the horse fortune. I write you today, as I need your help to secure my great fortune. You see, it has become frozen, and I need to transfer it to at least 5 different accounts, or the World Bank will seize my credits, amounting to a lot of money. Please, if you could send your personal credit ID marker to me immediately so I can send you 20% of the fortune. I'll only require that you send half back upon receipt of the funds. You may keep the rest of the money. The best part, there's literally nothing that can go wrong. So grab yourself some Vegemite and welcome to the Queendom. What is this email? Bill, let's see what we owe. Your account is past due in the amount of 1,396.4 credits. Failure to restore your account may result in termination of service. Power plant power. Ah yes, that age-old choice between food or electricity. Work mail. Hey there, I'm the lead editor for What the Fuck Sounds. I guess I could have just said WTF Sounds. Formerly OMG Sounds. We are a new up-and-coming audio review feed looking for hot talent who need a platform for their work. We'd love to feature any product reviews you'd like to do for us. We'd be able to give you some great exposure, and if we liked your stuff, could possibly throw some creds your way. Don't they know people die of exposure? True that. Rent mail. According to this email, your rent is nearly due. Better get that article submitted soon. Promotional mail. A coupon for 5 credits back on a Hassie Infinity. A Hassie Infinity has all your daily calories, with not a nutritional value, like the opposite of a diet version. Invitation. An invite to come see the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tree downtown from your friends at Dr. Trisha DDS. Why would your dentist invite you to a lighting ceremony? Feels like a trap. Probably a trap. Now our weekly update. This is your weekly update from Vintage Tech, your #1 source for classic technology. Popular pieces this week. The King of Click, a retrospective on the classic Model N keyboard. No. Access cannot be modified. Let's log out, and we'll come back to that in just a second. Coffee, the great equalizer. The one thing that the poor and rich alike need to chug through the day. You assume. Despite the smell, keep the window open. Better to have gross air than no air. Besides, the window's broken. Oh, is that what I clicked on? Look at the window. Everyone loves the vertical sliding window. Slide currently broken. Window being propped open by that book. Maintenance request pending. Use an item? No. Okay. Adjust window. You run your fingertips along the sill. Maybe you should dust this off more than once a year. Talk to window. There's no one out there. Plant. This plant is in pretty bad shape. Isn't this supposed to be one of the easier plants to take care of? They say plants react positively to conversation, but this poor thing might be too far gone already. Careful, the poor thing is more fragile than a snowflake. Well, at least you feel safe behind this newly installed security door. You command the door to stay locked. It bleeps stoically back at you. It's late, and nothing really is open right now. A single piece of loose, unsorted paper lies on the ground. A page only holds the opinions of its author. This one's blank. It sort of suits the room aesthetic better with it there on the ground, don't you think? YMO poster. Your friend Hayden gave this to you. The group is old, but the music is timeless. That's what he said, at least. Careful. Oh, that's a load-bearing poster. Thanks for the tunes. Maybe one day they'll get released on Lips Music. We never talked to Lappy. Looking pretty hot there, Lappy. Like, literally hot. Overheating, as usual. So we looked at it. Did we drink it? You take a sip of the old stale coffee. The letters F and K seem clear as day. It's also really gross. This cup has really cooled off on talking. It lost the hots for you a while ago. No, we don't have anything we can use. Stack of papers. A stack of paper for your unpublished novel. Most people write a talk on paper. You just talk to paper. Pen on paper is the most tangible method, but if you're going to be so sloppy, maybe going digital would be a good goal. No, your principals whined too much about the thought. Would Hemingway go full digital if he were in 2064? Probably. Look at bed. You're home within your home. Nothing like curling up under those blankets and escaping for a while. You better submit your article before you turn in. You won't have a place to sleep for long. Yeah, I know. This bed only chats back when you're sleep talking. It's not the most well-designed function. The video screen on the front says, mustard, half full, spoiled milk, 10 days past expired. Ew. You open up the fridge to see a bottle of mustard and a carton of spoiled milk, which has developed an odor. Maybe the spoiled milk has one more good day on it. Maybe. Take milk. Added to items. Talk to fridge. You remind the fridge that you need to pick up some more milk when you go out. It jots down malk on the list. Probably best to just make a mental note instead. You've had enough vitamin R for one lifetime anyways. You stick your ID in the fridge to let it cool off for a bit. Well, that was pointless. Well now I gotta use my ID card on stupid stuff. No. Don't throw your ID outside. You want to get cybercracked? What about this book? Copy of Wakefield. Sometimes the old books are the best, especially to keep your window propped open. You give the book a pep talk. Keep that window open. Hold your position. Don't lose focus. It's not even doing reps. Out of all the books on the shelf, you pick this slacker? Classics can get boring pretty fast after multiple reads. Besides, it's more useful holding up the window. Let's not put the spoiled milk on it. Let's see. What else can we... And then we have what appears to be the nasty sink. You don't know exactly what that ooze is, only that it seems to be growing day by day. Running water might just make it worse. You ask the blob in the sink not to loiter, but it bubbles up at you. Don't stick that in there. You're certainly not going to be the one to reach inside that to retrieve it. Alright. Spoiled milk and stale old coffee. Yum. Can we drink it now? So many of your internal organs are thanking you for refusing to drink from that again. What if we use the spoiled milk on this? Clearly water from the sink is an option right now, but this gross spoiled milk is definitely not a nutritious alternative. No matter how much you water it, it doesn't improve. No way. You can't possibly imagine the indescribable, inhumane horrors you're about to unleash onto the world. Or the stank. Let's put the milk back in there. Putting it back in there won't make it any less spoiled, but it's probably a better place than in your bag. Now let's keep it. Alright, now we need to work on our article. I think we've clicked on just about everything. So we're gonna compose. Before you can review the GX Ultra Beats, you must become one with GX Ultra Beats. Where'd you put those damn headphones anyways? Okay, we gotta find the headphones first. Oh, there they are. A pair of GX Ultra Beats headphones, the ultimate in budget audio. You better try them out so you can start crafting your review. Smart headphones are enjoying your voice in high definition. They're smart headphones. You should be able to use them with some things lying around your apartment. Oh, there we go. GX Ultra Beats sync automatically as you start to watch a live concert from Oakland. Careful, these are a review copy. GX probably wouldn't appreciate them coming back covered in coffee. Don't throw your new headphones out there. This may be a moderately safe neighborhood, but those will be gone in 10 minutes if you leave them out. You scan the book with your finger, and the audio file begins to play. Good voice acting. That should be enough testing for the headphones review. Your accountability remains intact. Right away. Anything else? Can we use them on the... You sync up the headphones and listen to a live stream of cooking show about making ramen using household materials. Fortunately, you and that mustard and spoiled milk weren't quite enough to make good ramen. The headphones detect that you're lying down and begin to play some soothing ocean sound effects. Calm down. You're not going to get audited on your Times headphone use quota. This page is blank. All of it. Useless. All blank. There's nothing to read or hear. No, don't listen. It's not a good vibe. You touch the poster and YMO begins playing in your ears. Can I listen? I can. You can hear the sink gurgling in high def. Sleek hums and blips. Sounds secure. I think that's everything. Let's go ahead and actually use Lappy now to write our little review. Sorry, Twitch Studio opened for some reason. Alright, time to get work out of the way. Let's do this. Selling your soul, bit by bit, character by character. Finish. Now to send it off to the editor. There, your big break. Surely your glowing review of GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Work is finally out of the way. Time for bed. Or maybe a little lip slide first. Sync up the headphones and watch a stream of an old suburban sitcom. Alright, we had our fun. It's time to go to bed. It's sleepy time. Ah. Creepy.
Ah, good. You're finally awake. I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient. Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
What? How'd you get into my apartment? What the hecky?
Oh, I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC. Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my micro-actuators. So I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit. As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
A snag? How'd you get in here in the first place? Forget all that. Tell me why you're here. I'm calling the cops. How'd you get in here? Who are you?
I came in through the door, of course. The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the SecuGate M/14723-B.
17 trillion? The SecuGate? I knew my landlord was full of it when he said it was the best.
Don't feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter. Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken. And that you left it open.
My Windows lock is broken? You know my dog's birthday? What was that about my computer?
I know a lot of things. Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had to enter the codes manually, but it was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly. I would suggest investing in an Insect Model 1355 automatic security door. The 1385 is newer, but I find the added attack vector introduced by the integrated voice commands isn't worth the convenience. The 1355 also has 300 5-star reviews on Congo. Yes, I attempted to repair it, but it uses a proprietary bolt head I am not equipped to remove. I took the liberty of filing a maintenance request with your building superintendent. Considering the speed at which he has historically worked, I estimate it will take him 16 working days to complete the repair. Not quite to my standards. Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware. An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well. I would consider it no great loss, though. Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
All my work was on there. Why don't I have enough money for a new computer? Both.
Don't fret! I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash. Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs. It is the least I can do.
That's nice, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden until now.
Hayden? You know Hayden Weber?
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes.
I haven't seen Hayden in over a year. Where is he?
I don't really know. That's why I'm here. Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
Slow down. Just start from the beginning. What makes you believe that?
The beginning. Okay, yes, I can do that. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left.
Why am I your best hope? Was anyone out for Hayden? Why would they want Hayden?
He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped. I suspect it has to do with me.
Who are you anyway? What do you have to do with it?
Excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing. I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him. Either to stop his research, or to take it and use it for themselves.
How are you any different from any other ROM? So chatty. What makes you so special? Tell me more.
A regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me. But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
How would you know? One way or the other?
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us know that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will?
I think we're getting a little too philosophical here.
You're right. I apologize tangent.
Why am I your best hope? Is anyone out for Hayden?
I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert. But he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked. It's not as though he has any obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
Why am I your best
Ran
hope?
an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
I've never looked for a missing person, but I could try. Why should I get involved? I haven't seen Hayden forever.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
Thanks. We'll see about that.
Don't worry, if Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden.
Well then, I guess we should get started.
Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the auto cab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived.
I can totally afford that. Lead the way. Why not go to the police? They might be able to help. Okay, bobblehead. I'll help. But there better be a story here.
No, we can't. One of the last things Hayden told me was to avoid the authorities. We must be cautious about who we inform of this.
Okay.
Calculations show that the possibilities of a leak are dangerously high. Corruption, despite being a challenge to public trust as well as cohesion of departmental policies, is still a possibility to consider. If it becomes public that Hayden has been kidnapped, his life may be put in further danger. His chances of escape would surely decrease. We must keep this to ourselves for now, please.
Alright, lead the way. Interesting. So it seems our friend has been kidnapped.
That's strange.
I was gonna say I like Turing. They're cute.
Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
Perhaps a maintenance robot took care of it? You might have misheard. You were busy running away.
It's possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems. At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Oh, a lucky break! It seems my access codes still work. Hayden's door has far better security than yours does.
We shouldn't disturb the evidence, just in case we need to go to the police after all. Just be careful. You made your point about the door. Let's just head in.
Will do.
I want to be nice to our little robot friend. Doesn't look like there was much of a struggle. Are you sure he was actually kidnapped? Can I click? Yeah, okay, now I'm still talking.
I'm not surprised. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault. I should have stayed and tried to protect him.
Are you programmed against harming humans?
Of course silly. To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify. Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
God. Comforting. Why don't you? It'd be fun to see you try.
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people. The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
Glad we're clear on that one.
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense. But
You did the right thing by escaping. What's done is done. We need to focus on finding him. I'll say what's done is done.
Excellent point. Let's start searching for clues.
Okay. Now we get to look around. Let's start with the photos. Pictures of Hayden traveling all over the world. Working at a company like Parallax ensures you'll be more than well off. The sentiment is understood, but you probably won't forget what Hayden looks like anytime soon. Wait. Comparing an ID picture to your nice photograph, not so good for your self-esteem. This plant is doing much better than the one at home. Pause off. Based on your track record, it's for the best. Water. Plants need water. There's so many options. Oh, is it? I may have to ask Hayden for gardening advice soon. Or maybe Turing knows a thing or two? Plant whisperer, you are not. It's bad manners to listen in on other people's plants. There are multiple responses. He asked you to tag along a trip to Dallas a long time ago. It was too expensive, but it looks happy here. Oh my gosh. I'm one of those people that needs to know everything in a game. Where in the world was he here? Need a hat. They're gonna be 3 because there's okay. String probably wouldn't like if you took that down, and okay. Okay. ROM parts.
Hayden spends so much of his time at home building ROMs, as if he doesn't do enough of that at work.
What reason would you have for taking this? You don't even own a ROM. More ROM components. The only things I've ever seen cluttering Hayden's place. You'd have no idea how to build a ROM yourself. Not even with this high quality frame. A ROM only needs a few parts to get a voice, like Turing has. Maybe this one's better as it is after all. Let's see. You can look at the window.
Hayden likes the natural light that this apartment affords. This window here is where I escaped from. It is a considerable distance to the ground below.
Are you sturdy enough to survive that kind of fall? How'd you get down?
I took the fire escape.
Good point. Of course you did. It's a long way down. Better be careful. Don't leave fingerprints. See? Horizontal sliding never fails. Plus, they're perfectly polished. Seriously, you can't get rid of your ID. Can we do it twice? Quit trying. It's never gonna happen. Never ever. Want to send it plummeting to the unsuspecting public below? You can't. It's stuck to the inside of your pocket. Not the safest way to dispose of that.
Oh, I think I see something under those reference books. Ah, that device. I find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather than entrust me with his schedule. It is well within my skill set, but he claims he does not want me to begin to feel subservient to him. It looks like there's a place here for a physical memory card. Without the memory card, this tablet is useless. It looks like there's...
Okay. I've got the computer, broken tech, the ROM component, and Hayden's headset. He must have been in the middle of working on something. He's normally not messy like this. Busted. He must have dropped it in the skirmish. Or maybe it's just not plugged in right. Out of batteries. Although the book surely has magnetic energy within it, it's unlikely that it would charge the battery. Looks like an old high-density memory card. Something in the room might be able to read it. Hayden's not the type to leave something like this lying on the floor. Okay, so we got the memory card. Here's the memory card. Okay. What else? Game consoles. Few vintage video game consoles. Hayden was always a fan of old tech. Mega 16, a Dural, and even a Familink. All the game discs were organized in the cabinet, old enough to be from before the great switch to full digital. We gain the strength, the temptation that we resist. So you'll probably become a rad video game wizard now. That would be one funky controller. What is it that fuels your scorn for others' property? Jealousy, rage, boredom, the stank? No, I just want to see. The television is looping through some of Hayden's feeds. Tech banter, Ted's code tip, augmented eye. The thing that's interesting is the current mystery here. There are no buttons on the screen, and there's no need to watch TV right now. The remote doesn't seem to be around either. Maybe Turing? You sync to the TV and listen to boring news in high def. Is that a commercial for a better pair of headphones? And then before we put in the memory card, let's look at his computer.
That's Hayden's computer. Most people just use a hand screen or goggles in conjunction with their ROM, but desktop rigs like this are still more suitable to the intensive programming tasks Hayden needs to perform.
Do you know how to get in? There might be clues.
Unfortunately, no, I don't. And before you ask, I don't think I would be able to break past its security in any reasonable length of time.
Why not? You hacked my advice easily enough. Of course you can't. That would be too easy.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
I know, I didn't want to make him sad.
If you'd like to try your hand at digital breaking and entering, be my guest. I actually have a bit less free processing power than a regular ROM, despite my powerful CPU. Much of those extra clock cycles are used to maintain my complex personality algorithms. Hayden's computer has enough spare processing power to run counter-intrusion software, if I attempt to slice in. Frankly, even if I did have the power capability, I haven't found hacking to be one of my talents.
Can't you just download the knowledge from the meshnet? What does that have to do with it?
The whole reason humans have always been better at breaking into systems than the systems are at keeping them out is because humans have intuition. While computers can only think in straight lines, humans can think sideways and upside down. I lack that ability.
Are you incapable of that kind of creative leap?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but as silly as it sounds, I just don't think I'm very good with computers.
Oh no.
I seem to have some skill with painting, though. Hayden was impressed with some of my pieces, but I'm not sure he has a firm enough grasp of early 20th century abstract expressionism to give me an objective opinion.
Abstract art doesn't seem like something a robot would be good at.
That's true. Machines are best at reproduction. Still life, impressionism, photorealism. But I find it more challenging and satisfying to think what I feel.
Let's get back to searching. This rig probably costs more credits than you make in 6 months. I have no idea how to log in. Are you paying attention? Don't bother trying. You'll fry it worse than Turing fried Lappy. Swipe your ID card across the monitor. Bloop. Bloop means nope. As long as Turing's here, you won't get away with that. You're just hellbent on destruction today, aren't you? The hum on the standby screen has no melody. This computer really sounds like a computer. Doesn't fit. No compatible slots, huh? Don't try to force it. Yeah. Let's put it in the tablet.
Hayden must have removed the memory card in order to prevent his assailants from easily tracing his connections. If only he had kept his information stored with me, he would not have had to resort to such crude measures.
The tablet's calendar says he was supposed to meet with someone named Tomcat today. Ring any digital bells?
Not really. I guess we'll have to go ask. Says here they were going to meet at a club called Stardust, located in the Castro district. I'll mark it on your city map. We can head over there and ask around about this Tomcat character. Perhaps they can shine some light on why Hayden was snatched.
My city map?
Oh, excuse me. I still haven't set up a user account for you in my system. We shouldn't put that off any longer. Once finished, I will have an assortment of new ways to assist you. For example, I'll be able to reroute any call or message that you receive while we're out and about. I just need to ask you a few questions. This is an exciting thing, I promise.
Don't you know literally everything about me already? You knew my first dog's birthday. Sure, whatever. Let's just get this crap over with. No, that's mean. Bring it on.
Welcome to the first-time user setup for your new relationship and organizational manager, running the latest build of Parallax's live intelligence processing system. I'll need to ask you a few questions, and then you can get right to managing your life with your new ROM. If you have any questions, feel free to consult our online FAQ and setup guide, or contact our support department directly.
So cute. What are you gonna ask us?
Could you tell me your preferred name for use in account creation, online communications, and conversational speech?
Cut the crap, Turing. We need to go. No, we're gonna be nice. So I say my file is Haley, but we'll go with Outlaw for the, where's you? For the name. Outlaw.
Do you wish to keep this name?
Yes.
Thank you. I have input your name. Next, could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you in referential and conversational speech?
What are the other options? Ooh, cool. Let's go with they, them.
Thank you. I have input your pronouns. Finally, could you tell me your preferred diet for use in restaurant recommendations?
Let's see. You know what? Let's go vegetarian.
Diet set as vegetarian. Are you sure? Thank you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available. Please review your submitted profile information for accuracy, or restart setup to enter it again.
This is a
In
jam.
review. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Thank you. See, that was relatively painless. You should now also be able to access the local map of Neo SF. The meeting with Tomcat isn't until later this evening. Perhaps we should head back to your apartment for now.
I think I'm ready to go. I think we clicked on just about
We
everything.
can find some common ground while getting to know one another better. It will be an efficient use of our time together. Thank you for escorting me here. Let's head back to your home.
So I put in vegetarian. Oh, hold on. This game does not autosave, so please be sure to save frequently. Alright. Let me see if Turing's gonna talk. I don't want to talk over them. Oh, chapter 1. It's the next day, and we are still in Neo SF. Outer Sunset.
You know your Crassula ovata isn't doing very well.
What I was gonna say real quick is I put vegetarian for preferred diet, and well, in real life, I was a vegetarian for a while. I'm not anymore, but excuse me, I got a yawn. I'd like to go back to it at some point. I try not to eat a ton of meat, but yeah, I would like to go vegetarian again.
Have you been overwatering it?
I don't even think I put any water in it. What? Sometimes things just rattle out of you, and I have no idea how to respond to it. Don't plants need lots of water?
It's actually a succulent, and since I'm assuming you leave this window open all the time, it should get more than enough water just from the occasional rain blowing in.
Oh no. Our poor plant.
Speaking of the rain, your decorative plant may be doing poorly, but the mildew in your drywall is flourishing.
Oof. The plant's named a wilty. I got it from a friend a couple months ago. Mildew? Time to give the landlord another call. We have more important things to worry about.
I have, in fact, already taken the liberty of sending a request to his office. And considering the broken window, broken sink, and the lingering sense of disrepair, I am not confident he has a history of following through.
I think you're right on that one, my robot
I
friend.
would suggest confronting him in person, but I have run a mesh search, and the man is a convicted felon for assault and battery with a deadly weapon.
Oh no.
Perhaps we should bring some sort of a bribe? I will continue to formulate a stratagem.
Plant's named Wilty.
How thoughtful of them! The Crassula ovata, also known as the jade plant, money tree, lucky tree, or friendship tree, is an excellent and easy to care for houseplant. They make beautiful bonsai, are suitable for beginners, and have some cultural significance both in the Far East and America as a token for good financial luck. Most likely an urban legend, but still a nice gift.
Okay, so what do you want me to do about the plant?
I'd like your authorization to have a few tools shipped here. If I replant it into a more suitable pot with sandier soil, it should be thriving again soon. You just have to remember to water it less frequently. Considering the state of your apartment, I'd have figured you'd neglect it rather than drown it. Ironic, since it would be doing better if you had.
Sure, Turing.
Excellent. The supply should be here soon. I ordered from a place close by to keep the shipping costs down. Oh, one other thing. When I was doing the research on how to best take care of the Crassula ovata, I stumbled upon upon the persistent belief that talking to plants improves their health. There is scientific evidence that shows there may be something to the notion, but the methodology in the studies was a bit shaky, so it could all be rank superstition. Anyway, I'll have this plant flourishing in no time. If left in direct sunlight, the leaves gain a pretty red tinge to their edges, and it should start flowering in the autumn. It'll really pull the whole room together. You know, once we get the sink fixed. Oh, it's almost the time Hayden had scheduled to meet with Tomcat. We should make our way to Stardust soon. Your city map is updated with the location.
Okay. What if we click on him? We can look at him. It's Turing, your bard companion, ROM/investigation buddy. What if we look at them again? So this is the first sapient ROM, a real, true individual. Touch him.
Aw, thanks for the hug.
Can we give him another hug?
Wow, you really like giving hugs. Good thing I do too. Anyway, I'll have this plant flourishing in no time. If left in direct sunlight, the leaves gain a pretty red tinge to their edges.
Okay.
It'll really pull.
You already said that, friend. Use an item.
I know your name.
Should we use it again?
If I were malicious, I would have cyber-cracked you through access to that. Keep it safe.
What if we use our
If you
headphones?
examine those headphones on the items menu of your Lips Type M mobile device, you will be able to play any kind of music you like.
What if we touch him with them?
Or I could play some breezy ocean sound effects.
Ow. The coup de grace, the spoiled milk.
Yuck! I don't have taste buds, and this makes me glad I don't.
Gonna piss him off.
Get that away from me!
Said something about. Look at the headphones. What kind of music can we play? Okay. We haven't unlocked more than that. Let's see. They're all blank, ready for your genius. Maybe one day the disappointment of being unable to read these pages will inspire you to write on them. I'd argue that being disorganized makes you a better writer, if you actually wrote something. It's not that fancy voice-activated paper. Turing said not to water anymore. Just leave it be and send it good vibes. It'll be okay. You'd rather let it suffer in peace. No! A boo boo boo.
More of that will surely be on the way to Lust Greenery in no time.
We shall be nice to our plant. It shall grow. Whoa, this action will have consequences, probably.
Every bit will help in the end.
How many times was a repair request made? 4 or 5? I no longer cares if the run is late. Probably not a good idea to touch that slime. Did it just try to talk back? Putting anything inside immediately halves its shelf life. The mustard has adhered itself to the fridge door. You miss the days when you and your fridge could have a nice conversation. Now the relationship is cold. Ken gave this to you. The group is old, but the music is timeless. That's what he said, at least. No, seriously. Last time I was moved, the mall nearly sank in. Might feel less silly talking this if it had a portrait of the band or something. Your home? Yep. Okay. Anything new? Turing made up the bed. They seem to like things tidy. Maybe it would feel less silly if this had a portrait printed on the sheets. Or on the pillow. Let's look at our computer. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot Turing broke it. It's useless after what Turing did to it. Your once trusty machine has been downgraded to paperweight status. Sniffle. Most days, the Lappy is the only conversation partner you get. On the bright side, your face's reflection in the screen resembles a human. There is nothing to listen to but the hum of the screen. Not only is the book necessary to keep the— okay, yep.
Ready to head out?
Yep. Let's head out, my little friend. So we're going to go to the Stardust Club. Interesting map.
Well, this looks like the place, assuming the flashing neon signs are telling the truth. From the sounds of the music, things are already underway at Stardust, even so early. Hopefully we can find Tomcat inside, and some answers.
Let's see. We can look at the plants. These planters are completely self-contained. Bacteria lives in the base. They take in oxygen and release CO2 while keeping the soil rich by breaking down decaying material shed by the plant. Because it's completely sealed, water never leaves the system. If you watch closely, you can see the condensation wall at the top and back down to the soil. Tap on the glass. The plant doesn't seem to notice. Some plants have been shown to respond to vibration. This plant doesn't seem to be one of them. Either the plant doesn't hear you, or is choosing to ignore your attempts to talk to it. This plant is a pretty stunning conversationalist, but its politics are a little green. Ugh. You know all of that for some reason. If only the plant at home was self-contained, it would likely be better off if it could care for itself. You leave a smudge on the glass. Some poor maintenance trauma is going to have to clean that. You tap on the glass. The plant doesn't seem to notice. Okay, we can look at the sign. It's the sign for Stardust. What a fancy neon sign. Other clubs come and go, but Stardust is forever. This almost looks meticulously handcrafted, until you notice it's the exact same as the other one on the front door. They've really gotten in the holiday spirit. Don't take that down, it's the holidays. Stealing a wreath wouldn't exactly be in the holiday spirit. That's not eggnog. You're going to ruin this holiday for everyone. Holiday jingles start playing as soon as you approach. A 2062 ZIS CR4 Coupe. Perfect for letting everyone know you spent a fortune of credits on a car. The 2061 model is more popular among car experts, though.
It has an extra cup holder.
You push the car. You shake the car. You push harder and shake the car all around. Don't try to start a riot. The World Series was months ago. You tell the car to stay parked, and it doesn't recognize your voice, so it doesn't respond. Different means same outcome. Still a victory for you. Are you having fun talking to this car? Oh, you are. Oh, well, then please keep talking to it. The car scans your ID, but nothing happens. You're not going to get behind the wheel with that. You approach the car with the intent to pour your spoiled milk on the windshield, but the coupe's wipers are already alerted and start primed at the ready, daring you to try.
Those wipers look scary, pointed out like that.
And then come to our Neo San Francisco's this dealer. If Wazaki Pete can't save you credits on your next ride, then you'll get a free ticket to an upcoming Neo SF 49ers game. Oh, let's look at the window. Take a look inside the club. It's busy enough to feel like the place to be, but not so busy that you can't move.
Did you know that 100 years ago, most clubs in the Castro didn't even have windows? Patrons didn't feel safe being seen at a gay bar. Times sure have changed.
Let's talk to the bouncer.
I'm
Look.
surprised they're using a human bouncer instead of a ROM. That's a nice, authentic touch.
Bouncer for Stardust seems almost pensive as he watches the street, pausing every now and then to take a drag from his vaporizer. You try to hug the bouncer, but he pushes you back with a cold glare.
All right, looks good to me. That's disgusting. Welcome to Stardust.
What if we try the milk again? Her ID.
I already saw it.
You're good.
So that's where that smell was coming from.
Hee-ho.
You coming in?
Yeah, let's go inside. Door to Stardust is inviting. It looks packed. Oh,
Welcome.
I didn't see the rest of that. Oops.
This is the place. Have you ever been here before?
Nah, not my kind of zone. This is my first time, but I don't think it'll be my last. Who could stand this music?
The atmosphere is certainly exciting. I'm particularly impressed by some of the more subtle effects the music and lights are having on your autonomic nervous system. Try not to let yourself get too entranced, at least not until we've achieved our goal. Anyway, where do you think we should start?
Let's check the bar. We'll try to dance for. Let's check the bar out first.
Good idea. Maybe the bartender can tell us where to find Tomcat.
Real quick, let me save. Save. Yes. I have to do this every time. Haley. Okay, and let's continue. Let's sit around. Red World, an abstract indie film flick premiering at the Castro Theater. Poster features a stoic-looking naked man painted on red. That's all that's on the poster. Careful, it's kind of cute there. Don't steal the poster, that would be illegal. Also rude. You'll get charged for tickets to the film. Trying to sabotage the struggling indie film industry, eh? Film trailer starts to play, but it's designed more like a commercial advertisement. Too consumerist. A poster for the band Zazin, one of the more popular live acts here in the city. It's not worth using the energy to bend over to scan the poster of a band like Zazin. There's a free song preview attached to the poster. Don't listen too long though. Posters like this charge your Lips account automatically if you listen past 30 seconds. Totally not crooked. Scrap Brain, a new single by Zazin, sponsored by Arena Box. Most music will never taste success without a good sponsor. Don't touch it with your ID, they'll charge you for the song. You don't even like their new song, nor the band in general. You may not like the band, but there's no reason to ruin their cool new poster. Bartender is saying it right there. Don't try anything funny. Scrap Brain, the new single by Zazin, starts to play loudly. Good idea. You did it. It's a poster ad for the new art district at New Drive and the Fillmore district. You might have picked a more alluring piece to advertise. You cover the face with your hand, but when you pull away, it's still there. You shiver from touching the hideous mug. Do you think the bartenders keep it there to make themselves look more attractive in comparison? Comparing your picture to the face on the poster, hey, you actually win this one. Hey, maybe in the museum, but you're a real work of art. A flyer for Zone 3, a new arcade that opens on Christmas.
The location to my memory. Let's check it out after the investigation.
Zone Seat specializes in imported arcade titles, or so it says. Now you have somewhere fun to express, somewhere fun to go. One at a time adventure, it's not even open yet. You swipe your ID card, and a pop-up asks you if you'd like to exchange your credits for some Z points. If only you had time for video games. Ha. Wonder what's older, the arcade machines or that vile milk? Don't splatter the poster. Why are you so angry and violent over video games? You touch the poster and an ad plays for Zone 3. Come down to Japantown and experience all your favorite retro classics. Only at Zone 3, grand opening on Christmas Day. What else? You can look at the random glass of whiskey. It's a shot of whiskey. It's not yours. Staring at it won't make it any less not yours. You hold your ID up to the glass. Bloop. It's someone else's. Even the finest whiskey on the planet wouldn't decrease the chances of such a mixture becoming a national crisis. Listening to a glass of whiskey isn't very fun. It's a chair. That sure is one chair there. Would you want to sit in that? Seriously, that's disgusting. There isn't much to listen to, just a lot of ass. And it's not even a spinny chair. It only looks like one. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to the bartender. A gruff-looking man holds down the bar. He seems friendly enough, given his size. He's got a confident look and a brute strength to back it up. Let's not touch the bartender.
Morning, friend. What can I do for you?
I'd like a drink, please.
What are you having?
Dougies and cream, subtle bitch, Mo sugar rush, may put you closer. Wiener juice. Is this a reference to Valhalla? Or is Valhalla a reference to this? Or this exists before either? A blue fairy. That's on Valhalla too.
So many drinks these days. Remind me, what's in there?
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says.
Hey.
Does that sound good? All right, you got it. Coming right up. Now, what is it you need to know?
Can you tell me more about yourself? We're looking for Hayden Weber. Do you know him? I mean a tomcat. Do you know where they are?
Oh, I should introduce myself. The name's Majid. I've been the bartender of Stardust for a few years now, but I've owned it a little longer than that. So, what do you want to know?
Not to be rude, but don't places like this come and go in a flash? They say Stardust is forever. What did you do before Stardust?
Mostly got myself into trouble. When I emigrated from Pakistan, I didn't have a whole lot of employable skills. But I'm real big, which was enough to get hired for some real dirty stuff. Bodyguard work. Truth be told, I hated the work. I didn't want to be a hired fist my whole life. I wanted something regular, peaceful. I had enough cash saved up to buy this place, which was a hole at the time. The rest is history. I'm sure it sounds more exciting than it was. That's true, and it was true about Stardust. The first 6 months were great, but after that the interest dried up and the kids moved on to the next big thing. But I guess I'm just stubborn and kept throwing good money after bad. Ha! After 2 years in a remodel, things started to pick back up again. Slowly dug ourselves out of the debt hole. We got some regulars around. They started bringing in enough new folks and it reached critical mass pretty quick.
We're looking for Hayden Weber. Do you know him? Let's not bring up Hayden. We need to find Tomcat.
Pretty sure Tomcat came in earlier, but I don't know where they went off to. I'd ask what you were meeting about, but I know they like to keep that kind of stuff quiet. Maybe try looking out on the dance floor. If they come around here, I'll tell them you're looking. Enjoy yourself, and don't be a stranger.
Okay. Let's go to the dance floor. There's a lot of people out here. Oh, this is dancers on the floor. Party never stops at Stardust. Open 24 hours a day. Thank goodness for the unrestricted bar hours. Go dance. You work your way into the crowd and show off some of your best moves for a while. That was fun. Let's dance more.
We really should stay focused on our goals, but I suppose I shouldn't rain on every parade. Go have fun. Obnoxious beat is even louder and more obnoxious now.
These fancy tables have little touchscreens where you can order drinks from the bar and browse the mesh. Tables can seem so lonely when everyone's off dancing, but it can't be helped for now. You'll have to table your concern. You don't have anything good to put on it or under it. You slide your ID on the table and a drink menu pops up. Don't leave it there. You'd be asking to get cybercracked. Don't leave it there. Someone might think it's safe to drink. A drink menu is constantly being read out. A woman stands at a drink table, quietly people watching. Her ears are definitely those of someone who has undergone gene therapy. She's a hybrid. Let's talk to them.
Yes, can I help you?
Are you Tomcat? I'm looking for someone named Tomcat. Do you know where they are?
Not at the moment. They're usually close enough to hear when their name gets dropped. So if that's all you needed from me, I'll get back to cutie cruising. And no, that wasn't an invitation to flirt.
Wouldn't someone named Tomcat be a cutie to you? Wasn't going to.
Me either. I don't do genotypicals. And I don't know where Tomcat is, so look for them elsewhere.
Sorry, did you say genotypical?
Yeah, as in not a hybrid like me. Now then, I'm not here to educate you, and I do have a life to return to.
Understood.
Yeah, alright, whatever. Just get moving.
Okay, they're not happy.
Hi there. I heard you were looking for me.
Are you Tomcat?
Yours truly, though. Although, while I like the attention, it'd be just grand if you didn't holler for me so loudly. I do my share of flirting with both sides of the law. Wouldn't want little old me to get in trouble, huh? So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
A friend of ours, Hayden, has gone missing. We found a note saying he was going to meet you.
Hayden's missing. Well, that's one way to sour my night. I already saw you got his little rom with you, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now.
You know about me? Hayden never mentioned your involvement.
Sure thing, hon. I helped reprogram the back end on your OS so the AI code Hayden wrote for you would work properly with the mesh network.
I have a distressing lack of information on my own creation. Hayden never saw fit to inform me on what went into designing my programming. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Not much more on that end. I'm a crack shot at making the Lips OS dance to my tune, but Hayden's coding in your AI core is a whole different can of worms. Way out of my league. Sorry, doll. Anything else I can help with?
Tell us about yourself. How'd you know Hayden? Why does that woman give me such a hard time? Let's learn more about her.
Oh, sure. You might have even heard of me in the news way back when. About 10 years ago, I hacked into Parallax's main ROM servers. Ooh, caused one hell of a stink, if I do say so myself. People were arguing back and forth whether I was a kid genius or malicious criminal. Earned myself an enforced net blackout for a few years, but I think it was worth it for the prestige.
Why hack into Parallax? So what is it? Kid genius or malicious criminal? What's the deal with the accent? You from the South?
Huh? To see if I could. I mean, Parallax is a mighty big target. Bigger than the government. Raleigh, North Carolina, dog. Sure, it's not the glitziest town in the world, but folks like the way the sun goes down. Still, this ain't a bad town for a Southern belle. Lots of clothes. I had to get a third walk-in closet. I don't know. I didn't really do it to steal anything, but I had to break an awful lot of eggs to crack my way in. I chalk it up to the exuberance of youth, and now I try to stay on the straight and narrow. Mostly. Sometimes. Oh, who am I kidding? Sometimes I treat this place like it's my own little bat cave.
Let's ask about.
Oh, don't you worry about Jess, none. She just don't have a lot of patience when talking to genotypical folks like us. She's had to deal with an awful lot of pricks. Because, well...
She's a hybrid because people are assholes.
Whew, they are. Especially the hybrids, though I think it's more the way they look than the way they act. Nah, I'd leave her alone if I were you. She's sharp enough on her own, but she's got friends in low places. She does owe me a favor, or three. But I ain't sure I want to waste one on pulling your foot out of your own rear, you hear? Hayden and I met not long after my blackout expired, when he recruited me for my expertise in lips. It puzzled me at the time, since he's very sharp himself. I mean, he could have done the job blindfolded and boozy. I think he just wanted someone working on it off the books. He ain't the most straightforward kind of man.
What was Hayden working on? My computer runs on Lips OS. I didn't know ROMs did too. Do you know he may have gone missing?
I don't rightly know.
I can't avoid the thought that Hayden's disappearance has something to do with me, based on his recent behavior.
Well, let's see. Hayden was pretty hush-hush about his work on your creation, but if Parallax found out about it somehow, ooh, that might have changed things. It ain't always so good for a big company when their leading product declares independence. I'm certain Hayden had some kind of intellectual property clause written into his contract with them, but he would just get fired, maybe even sued. I can't imagine they would disappear him. I mean, they ain't the CIA or anything.
Let's ask.
Ooh, it's a powerful OS. And it's since been adapted to run on ROMs after they figured out how much more efficient it is. It's focused on learning algorithms, so it can tailor itself to each user's habits. And it functions through using a distributed mesh network for non-essential public files.
Can you explain it like I'm a child?
That's just a fancy way of saying all ROMs connect to all other ROMs within range, and they share all files the user hasn't tagged as private. It's handy in dense population areas like NeoFSF, since it can bypass regular telecom nodes to access the internet. Out in the sticks, though, you're stuck connecting to regular old pipes. Yeah. Mostly that little bot you got there. Well, I'm sure he had his fingers in lots of pies, but Turin is all I knew about. Yeah, I'm not real sure, huh? But it would likely help if we knew why he went missing in the first place. I'll stay here and ask around a bit. People know me, and they sure ain't gonna talk to a newbie like yourself. Why don't you hop back over to Hayden's place and grab the data cache out of his computer for me? We can go over his research notes and see if we can't find a reason for his being vanished. If Parallax is involved, there's probably something we're not seeing. Best to get all the clues we can find. The data cache would be the best place to start.
Alright, I'll come back when I have the data cache.
Good luck. Turin, you keep out of trouble.
Let's talk to the other people. Oh, they're really into dancing right now. Hey, what's up? Having a good time? Yeah. Alright. Rad dancer. Hey, outlaw, you wanna dance? Why are you showing me that? Just dance. Ew. Why'd you bring that here? That's a sweet pair of headphones. They look really hyped. Dancing's all fine and good, but gosh, is it exhausting. Alright, let's dance. Your pic there is hella cute. Come dance with me, outlaw. Ew, what's that smell? The elusive tomcat in the flesh. They don't look like what you expect a hacker to look like. Maybe that's the point?
We probably shouldn't bother them until we know more.
Just shoots you a look after noticing your stare.
I saw you found Tomcat. What else do you want from me?
Did I make you mad?
Not after all that. I will be chill once you leave.
Look at the milk.
Is this supposed to be another cat joke?
I didn't make one.
What? Why should I care about that?
Hers are definitely those of someone who has undergone gene therapy. She's a hybrid. Okay, let's not bother her anymore. It's an arcade cabinet. Mega photobur. Only a most ghost shooting a school blastingest fun you'll have on this side of the bay. This game looks kind of freaky. All the lips and eyes. Let's play. Ah, we're actually playing. Begin. Damn, this is a jam. The heck? God.
You died. Still, though, not a terrible showing for a human without implants.
You destroy much more than the ghost with that, or you'll destroy. You spill milk on the game, you spill milk for real. Not a good idea. The headphones' radiation could screw with the logic board inside the cabinet. If that happens, the unexplainable will transpire. This is a barrier between the arcade and the VIP section. Apparently being isolated far away from the bar, dance floor, and video games makes you important somehow. Maybe it gets closed off for special nights and events, but usually it's so busy so there's no point in going in. This punk doesn't look too into what they're playing. Even still, they probably won't ever get off the machine no matter how long you wait. Hey, have you checked out the Mega Photobur? Heard the machine was donated to Stardust recently, but it's been having problems since it got here. Hey, something doesn't seem right once you get to the boss, you know? There's a mesh-wide legend going around Mega Photobur that says if you reach the final screen, you'll carry what you've seen with you. ROM's acting weird, computers powered on by themselves, calls from no one, spooky. Hey, you don't have to pay to play these. That would be a terrible power-up. Hands off the joystick, buzzkill. Let's go ahead and leave. Yeah, oh, what? I forgot we got a drink. Map. No, we need to go to Hayden's place.
Halt, citizen.
Ah.
This area has been cordoned off by the Neo-SF Police Department as part of an ongoing investigation. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to allow anyone to enter this location.
That's my friend's place. Is everything okay?
I'm sorry, citizen, but I cannot give comment on any currently ongoing investigations. If you would like to leave your contact information with me, I can forward your inquiry to the detective in charge, who will get in touch with you as soon as it is feasible. They may have questions for you. Thank you in advance for your cooperation, citizen.
I really need to get in there.
That will not be possible, citizen. The area must be preserved in pristine condition for the collection of evidence. Only authorized Neo-SFPD personnel may enter. I am required by law to inform you that I am set at level 2 guard mode, and any effort to make unauthorized entry will be met with non-lethal force sufficient to incapacitate. I apologize, but I must ask you to move along. Loitering around an active investigation area is prohibited by city statute, and I am authorized to issue the citation of a fine to any persons found to be doing so.
We should go ahead and get moving. Oh, drat. I did not expect the police to get involved so quickly. The situation is already growing out of our control. I suppose we don't have to hide the fact of Hayden being missing anymore, but we do have to move faster. Do you have any ideas on how to get in there and grab that data cache?
Maybe we should just let the police take over. I have a contact inside the Neo-SFPD.
Who would that be? I found no such connection when I compiled your personal history.
Lexi, she's kind of new to this jurisdiction, but she'll talk to me.
Give me a moment. Oh, I see now. Detective Lexi Rivers. She used to date your sister. I must have missed that link in your history somehow. You have a very poor net presence. It makes anticipating your needs more difficult.
Sorry. It's a bit creepy when you do that. Actually, I prefer it that way.
Well, setting aside your unreasonable distaste for technology, I agree with your suggestion. Her online profile suggests that she might be willing to work with us off the books, so to speak. A considerable boon, since I would prefer to maintain the clandestine nature of this investigation for now. Let us go and find Miss Rivers to request assistance.
That would be Detective Rivers' turn.
Oh, right. Should I refresh my protocols for handling titles around Detective Rivers?
If you want to keep all your teeth, yeah. That's definitely what I recommend.
Done and done. We wouldn't want any social faux pas, would we? Now lead the way.
Alright, let's head off to the police station. Neo San Francisco Police Station for the Richmond District. It has all the charm of, well, any other old police department. Crime status scene. Some maps showing police activity in Neo San Francisco. According to this, things are looking okay. The map has enough fingerprints as it is. Or not. You just need to add one more. Feel special? The screen doesn't have a speech recognition module. And yet you just keep talking to it.
How did you become a technology journalist again?
Don't be rude to us, Turing. A screen bloops, but it doesn't really do anything. The milk would just splatter and drip down the glass screen. You sync up the headphones, and the police scanner begins to broadcast in your ear. Dispatch, we have a bunch of drunk and rowdy teens down by the railway at Dolores Park, requesting additional units. The station has seen better days. Are these holes from a shotgun? The wall feels fragile. Maybe someone punched or kicked these dents in. Would you believe this is one of the city's nicer stations? Filling the holes and dents with spoiled milk will not fix them. You might argue that milk isn't firm or solid enough, but then again... Or rather, plop down, very slowly and grossly. Work is really piling up over there. Whose unfortunate job is it to organize all of them? They've sure got some fat stacks. Legal documents. You'd think that whoever has to deal with the stacks of papers might thank you for doing that, but paperwork has a tendency to respond to attacks like a hydra. Oh, hold on, let's see. Your arrest warrant will be added to that pile if you try. This old-looking desk has a ton of paperwork on it. Not all law enforcement is super thrilling. You technically already have a desk job. Why would you want to do any of that paperwork? You can't go back there anyways. You can't get close enough to the computer, nor would you be granted access. You want to ruin the one decent thing in this entire rundown station? Don't you think whoever has to slog through all that pile of work has it hard enough? Yeah, I just wanna poke around. Okay, looks like we've got NSFPD ROM. An ED-64 police unit attends the front desk. The way their eyes move is unnerving. You don't need to show your ID to the police ROM. It knows who you are via facial recognition.
Defacing police property is a very serious offense. Defacing a police ROM is even worse.
What about the headphones? Chatter of the Neo SFD police station stream fills your ears. Is this even legal? Maybe touching the front desk attendant isn't a good idea.
Welcome to the Neo San Francisco Richmond District Police Station, citizen. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm looking for Detective Lexi Rivers. Tell her it's outlaw. Hey, didn't I just see you over at my friend's apartment?
Please give me a few moments to get in contact with Detective Rivers. Thank you for your patience. Unfortunately, Detective Rivers is out on assignment at the moment, but she has given me her authorization to send you her way. You can find her by the Carousel Building in Golden Gate Park, but I will caution you to exert care. She is working an investigation right now, and we are not responsible for your safety should you approach. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Fed's apartment is being cordoned off. Can you tell me why?
I apologize, citizen, but I am not authorized to comment on ongoing investigations. I will pass your concerns on to the detective in charge. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Is there anything you can tell me that's newsworthy?
I am not authorized to comment on any ongoing investigations, but the protests outside Genus are a hot human interest topic. Perhaps you could look around there. Feel free to note the assistance of the Neo San Francisco Police Department.
Wow.
Is there
And
anything else I can help
what was the last thing we could ask? Okay, yeah, we're good.
you? Have a good day, citizen. Is there anything I
Okay,
can
yeah.
assist you with?
No, nothing else.
The Neo San Francisco.
Let's go ahead and check out the map. Oh, that's where we are already. Okay, that's our house, and then we're gonna head to Golden Gate Park. Before we do this, I'm gonna take a real quick break because I haven't taken one yet. Alright, I have returned. Oh, let me put the mainstream on. There you go. Why'd you post the stupid pogo? Ow. Why not? Good question, I guess. No, I hit my hand on the keyboard and it hurt. And now I just hit my microphone. Suffering. Okay. Who's this? This is a public park ROM. It roams designated areas to offer water and directions to tourists. It also takes donations. It seems really dedicated to giving out water.
Hello, I'm Alfie, I-83. How may I help you? Would you like some cool, refreshing water?
Yes. Give.
Sure thing. Please wait. Okay, here you go. Water levels, okay. Would you care to donate some credits to the
ROM Recycling for a Greener Earth Foundation.
Thank you so much.
I had to donate to this little robot man.
Hello, I'm Alfie, I-83. How may I help you? Would you like some cool, refreshing water?
Can I get more water?
Oh, you already seem to have a full glass of cool, refreshing water. I'll just wait here for you to finish it.
How does he know?
Some people see the glass half empty, some see the glass half full. Alfie sees yours as completely full.
Really don't have to show your ID. This little park ROM gives water for free. Are you trying to poison the water supply? You can't sync to the ROM with these.
Hello, I'm Alfie, I-83. Alright, please have a nice day.
Casually dressed fellow, sharply dressed woman. Let's look at this tree.
Eucalyptus globulus, the Tasmanian blue gum.
You know a lot about plants, huh? Wherever you're so— that's so mean!
It's one of my favorite trees. The clean lines of the leaves and mottled patterns of the bark are interesting. Quite fun to paint, and it's a rather useful tree too. The oil in its leaves can be used as a medical antiseptic or analgesic, boiled into tea, or used as flavoring in foods. Even used as a fragrance for soaps. Many of the trees in this park are excellent specimens of the species. It's one of the only topics I've permanently committed to my personal memory.
Yes, Turing knows lots of stuff. They're good friends. I thought you painted abstract art. Your personal memory? It's really interesting, but we have things to do.
Ah, yes. I don't actually store most information on my local memory. It's actually rather limited, and I have to be a bit choosy about what I keep. So most of the information I utilize, I just pull off the mesh net when needed. It's like relearning things over and over again. I'm sure you would find it tedious, but I enjoy making sure my reference tables are up to date in my spare clock cycles. I mostly store things locally if they are of some critical importance to me, like information pertaining to personal memories or knowledge that would be helpful if I found myself disconnected from the net.
And eucalyptus makes the cut.
Well, as I said, I keep things pertaining to my personal memory. It may seem insignificant, but without the information about Eucalyptus globulus, I'd lack critical details about my painting history and the local area, both of which I find important to my emotional development. Sometimes it can be a bit difficult to know what's important and what isn't, but I fear losing parts of myself. So, Eucalyptus globulus stays.
You're cute.
Of course I'm cute. The basic ROM form factor is designed to place us firmly can't imagine adoption rates for the technology would have been very high otherwise. Oh, I do. However, I originally started by painting landscapes. My interest in the arts began through Bob Ross's work, and he focused on landscapes. It wasn't until recently that I moved on to other forms of composition.
Bob Ross?
Yes, have you heard of him?
Of course.
During my initial stages of mental growth, Hayden limited my media access to mostly only educational programs. I had almost a century of public access television to review, and I stumbled upon Mr. Ross's excellent show, The Joy of Painting. He used an easy-to-learn wet-on-wet oil painting technique, and I started to paint along with the episodes. I also find his philosophical views compelling. He often used anecdotal stories from his life to illustrate his opinions. I respect the man quite deeply. I've committed all 403 episodes of the series to my personal memory.
Thank you for the information, Turing.
Of course, enough about the happy little trees. You'll have to excuse me for chattering on like that. We'll have plenty of time to discuss things once we found Hayden.
Eucalyptus globulus, huh? You try calling to some birds, but they just fly away. Bye-bye, birdie.
Bye-bye, Birdie. The musical had its 100th birthday just a couple years ago.
The tree probably doesn't care about who you are, but the birds might. Ominous. Spoiled milk is not very good fertilizer. Lovely nature sounds flood your senses. Beat headphones really are something else. There's a lot of stuff to look at here. Is this the same tree? Also known as Tanamrams. That tree. Okay, that's also... let's look at the carousel.
Originally built by the Herschel Spillman Company in 1914, this carousel is still one of the outstanding attractions near the children's playground. It received its second restoration nearly 10 years ago. That's over 70 years since its first reopening back in 1984. I don't think we have time to ride it, even though it looks fun.
No! Set personality modifier to Killjoy, Captain. A quiet voice reads information about the carousel's history. Let's look at the snack stand. A small snack stand in the middle of the park. The coffee here is actually really great.
I cannot partake in beverages, but I have certain emotional neurotransmitters that attempt to simulate the experience for me. I prefer a Yongong.
Why spend credits on great yet expensive coffee when there's a park ROM giving out free water? So much to buy that you really don't need. They say milk is a great way to ruin coffee. They also say using spoiled milk is even worse. Who are they anyway? Doesn't matter, but they make better decisions than you do. Years to change. 61% of the way to Donkey Kong? Ugh. I was gonna see if I could drink the water. Look at glass of water. 2064 Golden Gate Park Holiday Souvenir Glass. Filled by any Alfie refreshment pot. Currently holding some cool, refreshing water. That hits the spot. You drink your water. Let's get more water.
Hello, I'm Alfie.
Yes.
Sure thing. I'll refill that right away. Please wait. Okay, here you go. Water levels okay. Please have a nice day.
Okay. Looks like he's taking a photo of his ROM. Or is his ROM taking a photo of him? Use casually dressed fellow? Let's talk to him. Hey, could you take a photo of me and my adorably precious ROM? Thanks. Thanks for taking the photo. It came out great, Outlaw. This is the park ROM. It's mine. Your photo doesn't compare to my new ROM. It's an Apollo MK8 VII model. What is that smell? Cute headphones. Not as cute as my new ROM, though.
Do you think I look nice in that hat?
No, not really. You probably just looked ridiculous. Wouldn't hurt to try. Well, I'll take you shopping sometime. You look very cute.
I'd really love that. Maybe it would look better in orange or a green. Perhaps a mauve.
Her hat appears to be enjoying the breeze more than she is. I don't think headphones will go well with my hat. Having a lot of mixed feelings about this whole wearing a hat on a breezy day thing. That guy's super into his ROM, eh? And I was the same way when I got mine, too. This pump controls the flow of water to the park ROM. It's currently on and pumping strong.
If you want water, I'm sure that public park ROM we saw on our
I just like to mess with everything. Okay, let's not touch that. Froyo stand. A broken, beat-up Froyo stand. You read about it in the newspaper. Were the reports true? Was this really done by some rogue ROM? Can't get Froyo today. The entire stand was destroyed. You'd rather have a mango Hassie anyways. Froyo stand wasn't activated by voice. Beep. You just got charged for a cup of Froyo. Apparently our RFID payment system is still working, despite the state of the stand. Oops. Did you know that Froyo is not supposed to be made with spoiled milk? Because it's not. Ever. Sorry, no samples. A very distraught owner of a very destroyed Froyo stand.
Can't you see I'm busy here? Yogurt is actually made by fermenting milk with special yogurt cultures, which is then frozen to make froyo. Wow, those headphones are pretty A1.
Okay. Same tree as before? Also known as, yep. Sharon Art Studio.
This is the Sharon Art Studio, established in 1968. It is Neo SF's largest public art studio with classes and workshops for all ages.
No time for art classes. There's a mystery to be solved.
The building was closed off in 1974 after suffering fire damage, but reopened in 1984
Haha,
and
very
has
funny
continued
pun.
operation since. I'm impressed that it is still running.
It's quiet, likely on purpose to allow focus. One of the NSFPD's finest ROMs, on assignment in the park. To run, don't walk. To run, don't walk. New menu includes the Cronenberg and the Ridley Biscotti. Huh, even the police feed has ads these days. That's Detective Lexi Rivers. You met her through your sister a while back, but you haven't seen her in some time until today. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfy. Oh. She always seemed to really care about you, and has helped out a time or two in the past. Let's talk.
Hey there. Long time. Give me a few minutes to wrap this up, okay? I swear you wouldn't believe the amount of paperwork I have to file over a damn wrecked Froyo stand. By the way, how's your sister doing?
She's fine. What's with the Froyo stand? Don't rush on my account. Just a man's life on the line. Oh, she's blushing.
I don't know if you've heard, but we got some phantom robot on the loose that everyone is calling Wonder Boy. Supposed to be a hero of the people or something, but I have no idea what smashing a Froyo stand has to do with it. I guess it's just a bunch of kids screwing around at night and getting a thrill out of some light vandalism. But the brass said to take it seriously, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's not like I have real cases I could be working on or actual criminals to be hunting down or anything. If I had known that this is all they would give me, I never would have transferred.
What's their problem with you? Why didn't you move anyway?
I transferred because the credits were good. I thought being in a bigger city would mean I'd get to work some bigger cases. Instead, I'm stuck chasing ghosts and dead ends.
That's their problem with you.
Let's see. I'm too young for full detective. I'm too big of a hothead. I've got a history. I have augments. Take your pick.
It looks like she's wearing an egg on her head, but I think it's just her hair.
So yeah, I have plenty of spare time to help you with whatever you got. It's gotta be better than dealing with this crap. But hold on one sec. Let me steal a break from this guy.
Egghead indeed.
So, fill me in. What's going on?
An old friend of mine, Hayden, has gone missing.
Oh shoot, that's no good. How long have they been gone? I'll have a hard time getting a focused effort on the case immediately unless there's evidence of foul play.
Unfortunately, Detective, things are precisely that serious. I am Hayden's personal Rom, and I was witness to the kidnapping. I can assure you Hayden was taken by force, and that time is of the essence. Just prior to the incident, he instructed me to seek help should anything bad happen. I now believe he has been expecting trouble of this magnitude. We need your help if we're going to track him down.
Damn. All right then. I'll do what I can to open up an investigation. I can't guarantee I'll be put on the case, conflict of interest and all, but I can sure keep tabs on things for you.
I was hoping we could get this off the books. That's nice, but we need your help in a different kind of way.
Yes, Hayden is a senior researcher at Parallax, and I know he was working on some very high-profile projects for the company. It's quite likely that he was taken by somebody with enough money and influence to ensure anything official goes nowhere. You yourself have already cast doubt on your superior's judgment. Unfortunately, we share the sentiment. In fact, we know there is already some kind of currently ongoing investigation. We were stopped from entering Hayden's apartment by an NSFPD ROM. That's why we came to you. We were hoping you would be empathetic to our cause.
You know, you're a bit chattier than most ROMs. I guess it makes sense that Parallax employees get the shiniest new toys, huh? I'll see what's going on in the department. I don't know what I can do if someone inside actually is dirty, but I can pass information to you if I decide my superiors aren't taking things seriously. They wouldn't have left only one bot by the door if it was something important enough to squash. Hopefully it's unrelated. I'll get back to you on it soon. Just relax and we'll figure this out. Promise.
Can you escort us into the apartment yourself? Could you just radio the guard ROM to let us in?
No way, not gonna happen. If there's already an investigation, I'm not gonna let you just waltz in and tamper with evidence, cover up or not. At least give me a day to make sure they're doing the job right.
You can't wait a day. Hayden might not have that long. What happened, Lexi? You used to play by your own rules.
Don't you try to pull that guilt shit on me. I know you and I have gotten into a few scrapes in the past, but that vigilante stuff gets real old after a while. It's why I took this nice, stable job in the city. If I'd done it sooner, I'd still be with your sister.
You're gonna put his life in danger because you don't want to stir the pot? You know I can handle myself, Lexi. You've been there.
Sure you can. All the way up until you don't. Just let it go. I I lost too much playing fast and loose with this kind of situation back home. I have to handle this.
I would better shot at this if we just work from both ends. I'll be careful, Lexi. I just want to help my friend.
All right, fine. I'll get you into the damned apartment. Just be careful, okay? I know you think I'm just being paranoid, but the city is tense right now.
It seems the audio cues play when you've done something perhaps correct. I don't know if
Tests and everything going on, you might be poking around in a hornet's nest.
I don't know if it keeps track of that or...
Get a weapon of some kind and stay safe. I still care about you.
I'm assuming there's maybe multiple endings. Point and click games usually have at least one or two endings, sometimes more. Especially if you fuck up and you get a bad end. Thanks, Lexi. I'll be careful.
You do that. I'll radio ahead to the bot of the place. Let me know what you find out. All right, I'd better get out of here. Hey you, Froyo guy. Come along to the station and we'll get this report filed.
Who, me? But I've gotta attend my stand.
Cut the crap. It's not going anywhere, and the robot I posted will make sure nobody messes with the crime scene.
Yes, ma'am.
Later. I'll be in touch.
Female supremacy. Okay, I guess it's time to... We're gonna go back to Hayden's apartment. Hayden's door. Door to Hayden's apartment. Seems to have been recently replaced.
Halt, citizen. This area has been cordoned off by the Neo SF Police Department as part of ongoing investigations. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to...
Yeah, we already heard you say that. I have permission from Detective Lexi Rivers to enter here.
One moment, citizen, while I verify Detective Rivers' authorization. Authorization obtained. Good luck with your investigation, citizen. I caution you to restrict your observations to the visual, though, as there has not been an officer in to check the scene personally.
I don't like how the police robot looks. It's scary. That's not Hayden's apartment. A healthy green plant. A sunshine from the window does wonders for them. Shucks, no response. You let the door scan your ID, but it stays locked. Don't leave a carton of filthy, slimy milk at the doorstep. It just isn't neighborly. The dog starts barking as you approach the door. Fine. We'll just go in here.
The lock was
Oh.
absolutely broken before. What? Oh no. No. Our apartment. My home. Who could have done this? Why?
Jeez, those tags look like Human Revolution graffiti.
What does the Human Revolution want with Hayden? Why would they break our things? I don't know what to do. This place, these items, they're all I have of Hayden. What if he's gone for good? What will I do if we can't find him? This was all I had left.
Don't worry, Turing, we'll find him. Get together and relax, it's just stuff.
You're right. I apologize for the emotional outburst. Well, let's look around and see if we can find the data cache in all this mess. We don't have time to waste on my histrionics.
The computer's gone. Histrionics. Broken window. The view is marred by graffiti and splintered grass. There's so much broken glass spread out on the balcony. A ROM piece has been embedded in the high-resolution screen. Stack dances around the display. No, the plant. Someone took the time to methodically shred the poor plant. even crushed against the floor, Hayden's plant somehow seems healthier than the one at home. Humanity has changed rapidly in the last century. Hybridization of the human genome and cybernetic augmentation has, in the human revolution's viewpoint, diluted the purity and strength of the species. Human Revolution members don't get invited to many parties. The desk has been ransacked and tagged with spray paint. The computer is missing, as are the ROM parts that were nearby. Tech scum graffiti.
I think you're right about this being Human Revolution propaganda, but Hayden is an unlikely target. I know they don't like Parallax because they think advanced technology in general is bad, but they spend most of their time going after hybrids and cyborgs. I'll run some deep meshnet searches and see if anything turns up. I think the data cache is gone. We've searched everywhere, and it just isn't here. I hate to return to Tomcat empty-handed, but this leaves us twisting in the wind. Perhaps they can point us in a new direction. The data cache is no longer our main objective, but it would be nice to know where it is and why it was taken. I wonder what the Human Revolution would need the data cache for anyway.
Maybe they took it to delay Hayden's research. Maybe someone is framing the Human Revolution. Maybe they really are just vandals and sold to sell.
That's a distinct possibility. I just don't have enough personal experience with the Human Revolution to give you an honest answer. The information on the meshnet is extremely conflicting and desperately polarized. Some of it paints them as neo-druid nature lovers, other parts as bigots stuck in the past. Perhaps we could... Hey! What's wrong? Right. No!
This game does not autosave, so please be sure to save frequently. Okay. Chapter 2. Oh, looks like it's still the same day, but now we're at the Chinatown Hospital.
Thank goodness you're finally awake. I have spent the past 30 minutes calculating the odds of you being indefinitely incapacitated or immobilized. I'm relieved to find my pessimism was misplaced and that you appear to be okay.
I am okay. Are you okay? My head is killing me. What happened? Not so loud. Your voice is even more agonizing than usual. So rude.
I'm fine. Whoever ambushed us clearly wasn't interested in causing either of us serious harm. After you collapsed, my power systems were jammed by whoever attacked us. It took me 2 minutes to reboot and call an ambulance. When we left, I noticed they had done the same thing to the NSFPD ROM that was standing post. It takes a lot of power to crash one of those, even temporarily. Serious military hardware like that is difficult to obtain, but that type of non-lethal electrical field would interrupt my systems as well. Likely a mil-spec neuro-scrambler.
Who do you think did this? And why did they attack us and just leave? Why do you...
I
or
now
who?
believe my original hypothesis to have been correct. Hayden must have been kidnapped by a powerful organization looking to get control of his research. Trashing our apartment may have been a cover for the theft of the data cache we were looking for.
And why did they just attack us and leave?
If we walked in in on them while they were searching the apartment for Hayden's files, I can understand them stunning us to make their escape. But the probability that they're actually after me, or rather the research behind my creation, seems high. Leaving me when I was so vulnerable makes no sense.
Maybe they didn't recognize you? Maybe they want you to lend them to the rest of Hayden's research? Or maybe it really was something unrelated.
That seems unlikely. Even the most casual access to Hayden's research would have turned up physical descriptions of me. And even if they weren't sure... well, I'd play it better safe than sorry if I were them. We were at the scene of the crime, so to speak. Surely interrogating us would have cost them little.
Did you see who hit us?
No, I didn't. They assaulted us from behind, and nothing showed up on my optics before I was disrupted. They either had cloaking of some kind, or were extraordinarily careful while making their way into the apartment. My optics, while not top of the line, are better than an off-the-shelf ROMs, and I should have been able to detect any thermal changes from someone being there. Oh, before I forget, here are your belongings. The nurses had me hold on to them for you until you awoke. Here's your ID card. Don't lose this again. Here are those headphones you reviewed. I noticed the article on your computer before. Good job getting published. Oh, and here's your spoiled milk.
Hell yeah.
Luckily, the hospital staff didn't find your carrying of a carton of spoiled milk around to be a cause for concern. And finally, here's your commemorative glass of water that you got from Alfie. Looks like it got broken. Now all we have is this broken commemorative glass. Also, your bag got wet.
Maybe we should just throw the glass away.
You're right. You wouldn't want to cut yourself. Just let me know when you want to leave.
Excuse me. Are you talking about Hayden Weber?
Yes, mystery voice. Oh. You seem to be doing okay. Oh. See? You're a writer, not a doctor. Sit back down. You're gonna make things not okay. How are things, Metacomp? Good enough. It only really gives that one answer. Don't question good prognosis. You scan your ID card screen and the Metacomp bleeps. It's you. It's really you. You'll be going to a place far worse than here if you do that. That's right. Milk jail. The nurses were going wrong to let you keep it. Listening to your diagnostic reading so close and focused is kinda creepy. You'd even prefer listening to Zazen instead of this Ghibli. Standard hospital curtain. Low quality fabric, tacky syrup color, and steam clean beyond recognition. Why did they even bother putting up a curtain in the first place? It obviously doesn't afford much for privacy. A nice, if busy and crowded view of the town. It may not be very calming visuals for recovering patients, but it does serve to remind that there's a bustling world outside. Locked, but you dig the warmth from the sun.
Don't smudge up the view.
Ah. The beauty of the view inspires you to hum out a little ditty. Not much of an enchanted moment with the window closed. Don't try to throw it out there, you just got it back. Your idea has been nothing but useful to you so far. Their window is locked, and there must be a better use for the milk than just ruining this view.
If you're going to dump that, find a sink.
It's decently comfortable, in spite of the coverings. Ugh. Those blankets are either getting washed and sent to the next patient, or thrown out right away. It's scary you can't tell which. The metal railing is cold to the touch. Not one of those fun-moving reclining beds, sorry to say. That wouldn't even be a good prank if it were somebody else's bed.
Please don't make me take that away from you. I really don't want to have to hold it again.
Some sort of medical device is hooked up to his chair, and it seems to be running diagnostics on his status. I've never seen a computer like that before, and you can't read it. That's dangerous. Plus, he is sitting right there. Don't touch that before things get morbid. Maybe Turing is more adept at speaking computer.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Guess ROMs aren't backward compatible. Are you threatened by the presence of something potentially more technologically advanced than Turing? Intermittent bleeps and bloops, not unlike the ones coming from your own Metacomp. It'll just make the computer fizzle out, ruin the chair, and cheese off the old guy in the suit. And the only thing worse than spoiled milk is old cheese. No, the more you listen, this one is clearly superior, but also has blips. Has Turing been sitting by your side this entire time? Turing already knows who you are. And everything else about you, apparently. It doesn't take headphones like this to hear Turing loud and clear all the time. You think about making another internal joke about how you don't need those to hear Turing, but you stop yourself.
I think I recognize that voice, but I can't be sure. I'm glad you're okay.
Seems he's your roommate. Better say hello before you leave.
Sorry for being a nosy, Nancy. Hayden's an old friend of mine, and this sounded all too familiar. Has anything happened to him?
Who are you? Were you listening to our conversation?
Of course. I've not yet introduced myself. My name is Dr. Yannick Fairlight, and I'm the founder and former CEO of System 1 Software, now owned by Parallax.
Hey, one of my cats is biting a cord. Get out of there, weirdo.
He is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information on the meshnet. And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight, at least once in passing at some point.
See, I don't bite.
Were you listening in on our conversation?
I hate to be the one to tell you, but privacy screens are hardly soundproof.
Slayer. Get out of there, bud. I don't even know what he's messing with. Let's put the blanket over it so he stops trying to mess with my stuff.
However, if this situation concerns us both, perhaps we can help each other. I won't press you for details, but perhaps I could be of some assistance. I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I'd be happy to help you any way I can.
You said former CEO? What are you doing here? How can you help? What do you want? Well, let's start from the top down.
Yes. As I've mentioned, Parallax acquired my company, System 1 Software. I accepted a CTO position, and additionally served on Parallax's board for several years. The other directors and I had a difference of opinion about the direction the organization should take. The non-centralized data scheme for most ROMs used today seemed ludicrous at the time. morally ambiguous fire, and well, we hadn't invented a body of water. So when Parallax's servers were destroyed by hobbyist hackers, well, needless to say, it was a PR nightmare. Everything halted until we could get the damage fixed. And since the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of near-impenetrable meshnet is astronomically expensive, we had our share of disagreements. In the end, I was voted off the board and they went on without me. Do I have hard feelings? Of course, who wouldn't? In the end, though, it really doesn't matter. I'm an old rich man with enough hobbies to last the next 2 decades.
How'd you meet Hayden? Do you know anything about Hayden's research? Let's ask the first one.
Hayden made our acquaintance when the 2 companies first underwent the merger. At the time, he was a young, hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector. He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection and analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating system. He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject.
Do you know anything about his research?
His research? No, not so much. I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience. That is the realm of science fiction. He once showed me a prototype of his. She was quite clever, very convincing, but you could tell she did not contain the spark of life. I assume that you are another of his creations.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing. Did you say she?
Ah, yes. She was quite insistent on that fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she had picked out the color for her casing herself, pastel pink. Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she if you're spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden's little hobby.
Do you know what became of her, or where she might be now? Aiden has told me so little of his past research.
I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I'm afraid my memory is not what it used to be. If any of my contacts in Parallax make mention of your erstwhile sibling, I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight.
Of course. Ask away.
What are you doing here?
The chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support run. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak. It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable. I likely would have perished long ago without it, or at least would have been severely bedridden. It requires frequent maintenance, and I'm here to have it examined. There's a particular fellow at this hospital who is the only one I trust to run the correct diagnostics and fine-tune things to my exact needs. It's the same way you might get your car serviced, making sure everything's in check. It's too integral to my health to count on just luck. Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed into surgery all at once, and my appointment has been pushed back. The hospital administrators placed me here with a resting patient so as not to be disturbed by the chaos outside. I don't think they expected you to awaken quite as quickly as you did.
How can you help?
I can think of a few ways. I still have some contacts in Parallax and can put out some quiet feelers. Maybe they'll know something. I will admit, I don't have much to offer until there's more information. Is there anything you can tell me? I'd like to help in any way I can. What did you find at Hayden's apartment?
The first time we went, nothing. But when we went back to extract his computer's data cache, the place had been pillaged, and the human revolution had spray-painted slogans all over our walls. Hayden's computer was gone, and we were assaulted. And now we're here, injured and losing our trail with each passing second. We're still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach. I am failing him.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish I could do more. Hayden's company was most enjoyable. What do I want? It would be nice to be young again. Play the darling of the company. Court prince and pauper alike. But right now, someone I grew very fond of is in great danger. I simply wish to see Hayden home again, safe.
It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight.
Are you sure we can trust him? We should trust him, but I don't think we should trust him. I think we should.
If you say so. Dr. Fairlight, thank you for your help.
Of course, I'm happy to be of assistance. I think I have a lead for you two that will prove most useful. You said you found human revolution slogans spray-painted on the walls? I am acquaintances with the man leading the current human revolution protests at the Genus Clinic. His name is Brian Mulberry. After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light on that particular event.
How do you know this Brian Mulberry? They're involved with the human revolution?
No, not in this lifetime. Even if I so desired, I don't think they would approve much of my work. While Mr. Mulberry and I were associated with each other once, it was before he joined the human revolution. I find their methodology too aggressive, and their stated goals dangerously backwards. While I pushed for careful deployment of technology after the Parallax System 1 merger, I am no caveman. After all, I'd likely be dead without the advanced technology that goes into this chair.
How do you know Brian Mulberry?
Well, when I exited Parallax, I sought out like-minded individuals. We worked together to prevent a full deployment of the MeshNet system. Brian Mulberry was one such person. We did not succeed in our efforts, obviously. Come to think of it, that event might have been what prompted Brian to take a more radical stance against technology. But yes, our motivations aligned for one brief time, and I gained his respect from it. Hopefully, That can be useful for you.
Thank you for helping us out like this.
I will send a message downstairs to my assistant, Leon Decker. He will hand you one of my cards to prove your association with me to Mr. Mulberry. Make sure you speak to him before you leave. In the meantime, I'll get in touch with some other individuals I know and try to find out any other information about Hayden that I might be able to pass on to you. I'll be in contact. It was a pleasure meeting you.
That's what I was thinking. I couldn't parse what he reminded me of, and now you said that. Yeah. Just looked like the JoJo Mart manager.
Of course. Please, do not let me delay you any further.
I couldn't figure out what was on the side of his face for forever, and I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be a beard, I guess.
Good luck, Turing. I don't think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You are an impressive piece of technology.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. We'll be in touch. Should I call downstairs to have you discharged?
You are one lucky dog. Didn't I tell you to be careful? Do you get it now? I can't be around to pull your ass out of the fire all the time anymore. I don't even know how I would have handled the Board of Inquiry or your sister if you'd actually been hurt.
I'm sorry, Detective Rivers. Our assailant got the drop on us due to my negligence and lack of technical prowess. This is all because of my failure. Blame me. It's my fault.
Sure, because the robot fresh off the assembly line is gonna know how to handle this kind of thing better than the supposedly hard-boiled journalist you're carting around.
Well, to be honest, Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth, since my friend here trusts you. Keep it under your hat, though, metaphorically. I am no ordinary ROM, but actually a prototype designed to be the first fully sapient machine. I suspect creating me is the main factor behind Hayden's disappearance, beyond his day-to-day research for Parallax. My name is Turing.
Whew. Okay. Hi, Turing. Well, that is a damn bigger problem than you first let on, huh, old pal? The first machine sapient. People are gonna have things to say about that. Especially the human revolution. Ugh. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid. You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink. Just get it together, both of you. I don't want you to get hurt, and it sounds like you're stumbling into a really dangerous situation. Plus, I'm starting to think that you were right. Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay any search into Hayden's disappearance. Here's the story. Apparently, the investigations you ran into this morning were about the lock on the apartment door being reported broken by a neighbor. The building couldn't reach Hayden, so they went ahead and got it fixed on their own, but the NSFPD sent a bot to check things out and guard the place for a while afterward, right? Standard procedure, treating it as a break-in. Have someone there for when Hayden shows up. Obviously, you and I know there's a bigger story, but when I filled out the missing person report, I was informed in no uncertain terms that I am to wait an entire 48 hours before I can upgrade the existing case. Why? Just on the off chance the door being busted and Hayden being missing are unrelated and my search screws something up for the completion of the break-in report. As if. There's a problem if you're so by the book you're getting paper cuts. And that was before all of this happened. The chief's not happy about whoever took the bot out. That's who they're after now. They won't even care if Hayden never shows.
Today's assault and the vandalization of our apartment will only make the entire situation more confusing and sensitive for the police.
There's too many moving parts to piece anything together, and it's not fun trying to argue with the bureaucrats that one thing happened over another. These little incidents of smashing shit and spray paint sound more like Froyo Stand 2.0 to them than a serious abduction.
And I suppose I won't be very useful as a witness to the kidnapping without explaining the makeup of my being to the entire department, which will only scandalize things further. Darn it all.
Look, it's not being squashed completely, so I don't think anyone's been bought. But until there's undeniable proof Hayden was taken by force, they're gonna care more about the poor doorknob and some paint on the walls than him being missing. Which means somebody definitely has some influence, enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T. Not that I will, but I'm gonna have to keep things quiet.
It sounds like it's going to be up to us.
Yeah, so stop messing around. There's certainly a story here, but if you keep botching your moves, you'll blow it. I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't going to happen at this point. I've got a bad feeling people are going to end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them, buddy. And I really don't want to be the one making you talk to your sister. Please.
I'm sorry, Lexi. I'll be careful, I promise. Don't bother me.
Yeah, I know. Just here. Take this. Use it if you have to.
It's the same thing we got hit with. Hope I won't need it.
It's not. This is a medium-range electrolaser pistol. It uses a low-power laser to create a channel of ionized gas to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, then discharges a considerable amount of current into the air. Think of it as a wireless taser of the older variety. This is a more suitable personal defense weapon, and it is legal to carry in Neo-SF without a license. The neural scrambler we were attacked with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt electrical signals in the target's nervous system. That's far more dangerous and prone to be permanently damaging to the target. You got lucky.
I told you to get a weapon, but you didn't, so I picked it up on the way here. Be smart with it.
Thanks. I hope I won't need it.
Me either. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath. My superiors are gonna keep leaning on me to do nothing. Back to the grind, I guess. See ya. Stay safe.
Thank you for your time, Detective Rivers. You should talk to the receptionist and formally check out before we go anywhere. We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker. He should be somewhere around.
Okay. I need to save. Okay, and with that, I think I'm gonna be done for the night because we're at about 4 hours. I will be streaming tomorrow at 2 p.m. So thank you everyone for watching, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye!